Shalom. Uperetite Hawa Bashem Yahshua Bashem Harakah Kadash. The one that's the elders and apostles great most on the rule well. And Shalom to the brothers doing what Syrian truth. I saw this. I got a notification about this, and I just thought it's basically just a perfect encapsulation, perfect showcase of the current times and really what the true purpose of what's it called, Hollywood is to do, man. Because Hollywood's basically that an arm, an extension, a utilization of power over the minds of the people through Esau system to basically, push on them the ideals and whatnot that he wants people to be invested in, and it's there's been that noticeable shift really within the last decade. There's been a combination of, one is the spirit's just been coming off the West in general. Hollywood's gone with it. A lot of creative enterprises, that spirit's come off. It's like the doors of music being brought low. The music's been deaded. The movie industry's been deaded. You go to like even the 2000s, like 1999 into the year 2000. You had like The Matrix coming out, which legendary movie. You had like a spirit still out there where there was still fresh creative movies going out. But then since like the 2010s especially, it hiked up to where you're just getting like remakes, redoing of old things, doing a sequel to some old successful franchise, even if it's some shit from the 80s or from the 90s, like that kids don't even know. They're still trying to just bring it back and then be like, hey, look, no, like now it's a new fresh thing. So the whole spirit of that creative energy that really was what kind of made Hollywood a thing. All of that's gone in the bin, and as such, it's been even more noticeable how they're basically utilizing it to try and push and adjust social norms, because that's been a thing anyway from before. It's not even new, but it's just now it's become even more obvious. And then this Emilia Perez film, or Perez, or however the fuck you say it, is now about pushing the Transformer ideal mindset. That's basically all being pushed out through this, and it's very noticeable. Because I remember there was a film in like 2008, Crash, that won, and it was more or less just, well, they have the term like Oscar bait. It was one of those films where it was just about pushing like social messaging, and then the actual film itself was nothing to sneeze at. And that's like a big aspect of what they kind of have been pushing more and more. So there's article on Deadline about this film. Emilia Perez's Carla Sofia Gascon becomes the first openly T actor ever nominated for an acting Oscar. So they're making a big fuss, a big hoorah about both the movie and having the Transformers as the main character. And I think I watched like a video kind of going into it, because before the what do you call it, before what the hell are they called, before the Oscars, there was the Golden Globes, and I think they had it fucking hell, what was that, the Golden Globes, and then at there it was the same thing. It got nominated for a bunch of things. They're saying, oh, it's amazing, it's so forward-thinking, progressive, and brave, and blah blah blah. And looking at, I'm just like, it's evident they're looking at it's evident they're, what do you call it? They're basically just trying to utilize it to push out a whole spirit. And the thing with it is it's not as much the older generations, it's the younger ones, like Gen Z, Gen Alpha as they call them, that are being like basically bred into that mindset. Because even as the guy I was talking to, he works in like what's it called, like this councils, one of the local councils. And he was saying like he went round he went round someone's house, kind of checking up on some things, and they were saying like, oh yeah, saying like, oh, this is my daughter, she's 12. Actually now she says she's she's a boy, and her name's not whatever, she's changed it. And he was just there, he was just like, he didn't even know what to say, because what the fuck can you say? But that's it's, as far as it's the older generations are looking at like, what the fuck is going on. But then, especially with the power of social media, the younger generations are kind of being born into that. And then there was brother Shakal makes the point, like, if it's something where if you're willing to accept Transformers, then they're 1,000,000,000,000% gonna take the MOTB. There's no way in hell they won't. And that's like it's one of those things where it's an aspect of the image of the beast, where you're then just gonna accept some complete madness, like this creature where it's like implanted, uh, uh, syringed in some what's it called, some silicone, growing his hair out, and then it's like, oh no, it's a woman. But that's and then you have to accept that if you if you say, oh no, that's nah, that's still a dude, then you're getting slandered, you're getting finished. And that's really the point. But then it's accepting all forms of madness, because why? It basically pries the door open. And that's an aspect of of that sex magic, and that's a big aspect of witchcraft, which is really like, that's really what it's opening you up to. It's opening you to accepting those witchcraft, accepting that confusion. But okay. So it says, in Emilia Perez, Gascon stars as a cartel leader who turned to Mexico City lawyer Zoe Saldana, Rita, to help her live as her authentic self. Selena Gomez stars as Emilia's wife. Oh yeah, it's a fucking musical as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, it's it's pure confusion, man. It's pure confusion. But it's about forwarding an agenda more than anything else, because it's evident as well. You watch it and you're like, okay, yeah, nice. It's basically just pushing forward a certain mindset, a certain agenda, etc. And then with certain mindset, a certain agenda, and then that is essentially just meant to be broadcasting, man, as spells on the minds of people. Because these things have been pushed into the mainstream. Why? Just to open people up for further witchcrafts. So I said, what? Wife Jessie and Adriana Paz as Emilia's girlfriend Epifania. Gascon first made awards history with the role at Cannes, when all four actresses shared the Best Actress award, with Gascon being the first openly trans actress to win the prize. In October, Gascon discussed her feelings around representation with Deadline, saying, "I represent obviously the minority that I represent, but I think that I represent a lot of people in this world that want or need to be free. I'm talking about my colleagues, other actors that are coming up that started from the bottom and have been working for a long time and felt that rejection and continue to work and continue to learn and continue to grow." I think that's maybe one of, so it's all, it's essentially about pushing forward the ideal, the mindset of being a transformer. That's really what the core of it is, because it's it's like even the guy that was like doing the video, kind of breaking it down. He was saying like that he was even with that agenda, but they was just saying like the film is cartoonish. But then that's really the role. It's kind of just meant to push, just unabashedly push that whole vibration. Is to push that image of the beast onto the people, and then just to glorify that, because that's it's the same thing with women. Women's liberation, where you're just sticking women in certain positions and just showcasing them, so that you can then push a certain vibration out, that strong independent woman or whatever vibration, to then normalize that. And then through the process of time, that's happened. But then what's the reality of it is, you go to the third world, suddenly you find out it's smoke and mirrors. It's all an illusion. It's just an aspect of the image of the beast. And that's what Esau's down with. That's his what he's doing. Now is the time of maximizing and increasing confusion amongst the world. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing that confusion pick up, and it's really on the youths. It's the next generation that are coming in. Like everyone talks about the generations. You got like what's it called? The greatest generation from World War II. It's like post World War II. That's really where you've had America at the forefront, Babylon the Great at the forefront, and pushing its vibration over the whole earth through military, through Hollywood, through media, through fashion, through all these different aspects. And Hollywood's a key part, and it's really it's the same thing from before to now. You had was it 1920? I remember it was in uni. They had us watch Metropolis, which came out in like 1927, and that had aspects of like the the beast system in it. Because what do you call it? What was it? 1984 was written like 1949, just after World War II. So these plans are not brand new. It's like the 20th century and the 1900s and whatnot. You got all kind of aspects of Masons and whatnot going into the details of these plans, and basically pushing out what they desire to push forward. And now we're seeing it manifest over. It's been a process of time, but they've been scheming for a long time. Isaiah 29:16 says, "Surely your turning things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?" Yeah? Surely your turning things upside down shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. Because this is essentially Esau just completely flipping, reason and understanding on his head. But then, because he has the rule and the means to enforce it. Same thing with women's liberation. If you have women's liberation, if you have women if you have the power of the system to back up through force, military might, financial might, all these means of control behind what you're saying, then it's you go out there and be like, okay, no, I'm not hiring women. Esau can just come and decimate your shit. Just funny as hell when you think about it. But that's that's the real. Whatever you're trying to accomplish within the system, you're gonna have to play by the rules. Because it's like with the Transformers. You go out, you say certain things, especially in the UK on social media. They can just come in and throw you in jail off that. They've opened that can of worms up, and that's something that's going to be pushed further and further in globally as well. Stronger justification of hate speech, XYZ, because they can use like these little events with like this guy over here. They got the Jake. This well, it's not even the Jake. Just he might be a Jake. Who knows? But then this guy the so-called black youth that went and just chefed up these kids. They're using that to justify XYZ. Because why they're saying, it justified riots, it's brought up racial tensions, etc. If you say certain things online, then you need to be stopped. For shall a work say of him that made it, he made me not, or shall a thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding. And that's really what Esau's trying to say is like, the Most High didn't know. It's like, look, I can basically open Pandora's box of all this confusion and wickedness, and and still prosper. Isaiah 24:4, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah. And that's why everything's in the state it is. People are like, what why is it America's having to be made great again? Why is it Britain's trying to get back the glory of the times of the empire? Why is it that now everyone's trying to make times better, or make life better, or try and overcome the hardships they're going through? It's because life's shit right now. Because why? Everything's been on decline. And the thing is as well, especially people have seen the prior generations how good they had it post World War II, up until like 70s, probably 60s into the early 70s. Shit was good. Shit was running smooth. You could fucking not even go high school in America and then just find any regular degular job. Then you get a house, car, wife, kids, sustained off that reasonably. Your wife probably having to do 2 or 3 days work on top of that, and then you're good. You get a decent job. You're living fucking plush. You're going on holiday on the regular. You don't know. You're living good. Now you're fucked. You're fucked. You're salt. You got salt in your pockets. You're dirt broke. You're fucked. Can't get no pussy. You can't even go out and enjoy. You go out and enjoy yourself once a month, and then you're broke as fuck, and you're watching Netflix on your sofa, fucked out, just destroyed. That's what life is now, and this is why people are they're desirous of a better time, man. But I'll skip down a few verses. What's it? What was that? Was a verse then? The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, and no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the street. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yeah. the city of confusion's broken down. It's there was that period of time where it was blissful, it was affluent, it was everyone was doing good. America, people actually believed America was the greatest place on earth. They actually sitting there convincing themselves this could be the kingdom of heaven. But what, the whole the spirit got taken off, got completely just ripped, torn off. And after that, what? Now everyone's, and that's why it's like all this complete madness is an aspect of it, man. Changed the ordinances, man. Broke the everlasting covenant. Basically linked arm in arm with complete madness. Habakkuk 2:15, it says, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbour drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. And yeah, that's essentially what you've had with Esau. Esau's had that wine, and basically just splashed that all over the globe, man. Everyone's just complete. Their eyes are red up. They're fucking completely off their head. Because why? It's they're completely intoxicated, man, and drugged up off the wine that's been pushed out, man, from the beast system. That image of the beast. They're completely, drunken, just thinking like, yeah, they think they're in a state of sobriety, whilst completely fucked. This is why, that's why they're, pushing Transformers, and everyone's like cheering like, oh, this is great. They think it's, something to their benefit, something to glory in, a righteous, just work. But that's, Esau's wrong, man. Proverbs 16:4. The wicked is made for the day of evil. They're made to push that wickedness, that left-hand side, that confusion, so that, as it is now, you're going to have those that stand for Yahweh Shai, stand for Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and then, stand stiffly and firmly for this truth, even whilst, being that basically resulting in us being treated as criminals, or rebellious aspects of society, trying to paint us as some kind of madmen. But then we're just holding firmly, stiffly to this truth. Which, funny enough, that's what, Esau claims, especially with Babylon the Great with America, claims as an aspect of of the foundation of their country, of their nation. But said what? And let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So yeah, all that confusion, all that sauce, that madness you just pushed out on everyone, that's going to be flipped back on you. And then you're going to be the one, in the throes of confusion and destruction, man. And that's really what, the judgment is for pushing out that madness. Isaiah 5:20 says, Woe to them that call evil good, and good evil, and that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink. Yeah, and all these things are what is being done when Esau's saying, I'm going to establish my own laws. I'm going to basically, these things that, the Bible says X, Y, Z about, and I'll throw that in the bin. We're not dealing with that. This is actually what justice is. This is actually what righteousness is. And Hollywood's a big aspect of pushing that. What you have like Disney movies, kids TV, Saturday morning TV, all these things, like CBBC, where it's indoctrinating children, and now as well it's gone to tablets, iPads, and mobile phones, where you'll see like the youth them just in the buggy, slumped out with just the iPhone there, just tip tapping on the iPhone, because you know they've already mastered the iPhone technology when they're 14 months old, because their mum just like slaps the iPhone in their hand, then they're watching Coco Melon and their brains turn into sludge and slipping out their ears. But that's the times we're gonna be in for now, man. That's how it's gonna be in the end, where it's everything's degraded and basically rotted and completely immersed in filth and confusion, so that even more so, until everything's completely decayed and destroyed, we must needs have salvation, because otherwise there's no way to get out of it. Yahushua must needs come, because otherwise it's a wash. There's no hope. It's done. And then Esau is basically gonna, you know, ride the madness into self-destruction. Is the level of how much he's pushing through it. It says what woe to them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for a reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous for him. Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stomach, and justify the wicked for reward. You got people that, even Israelites, they know they're Israelites, and they're still justifying the wicked for a reward. These men out here, what do you call it? Pushing complete like, bro. It's like if you're talking about Christ and Most High Christ bless, bro. That's not a name that does a strong sanctuary, man. There were no J back in ancient Hebrew, man. You're basically leaning upon some other powers, man. Some other mess, confusion. It's really they know what they're doing. It's a matter of really knowing what they're doing. They're doing it for that filthy lucre's sake. It says, therefore as a fire devoureth the stubble, and a flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord Jehovah of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Yeah. Fire's gonna have to be used to cleanse it. And people are, looking at the hell's it called? The Los Angeles fires, like it's the end of the world. Real fire's coming, man. It's gonna be gonna be legendary. It's gonna be super heroic. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Sure.